Alright, I'm trying to think real hard about what could possibly I not guess. The best I can come up with is... It turns out this is a crossover with The Simpsons. Like, we go to the festival, and then, Disco Stew pops out, and he's like, yeah, Disco Stew loves poetry, too. And you're like, oh, okay.
There's a bunch of just, like, weird anime chicks that are, like, 3 times the height of all the Simpsons characters. And they don't actually move. They're not animated like the rest of them. They just, like, hop around the screen, like, kind of like South Park cutouts.
Alright, let's go to see what Yuri's up to. I want to hear her poem about the beach.
Ugh. Well done, Jacob. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you?
You've improved your British accent a bit, too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're better. Yeah, definitely.
I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first. But now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing something. I didn't finish the sentence, but that's okay.
I guess I can't really disagree.
Exactly.
You didn't see it.
I wasn't afraid the whole thing would be a chore.
That was me.
Oh.
But it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club.
With all the girls in the club.
All these girls in this club!
Yeah!
What? But it's been getting fun to know everyone in the writing. And I guess doing some writing myself.
Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Jacob?
I want to shut down in this club.
Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself.
With you.
In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer, and even my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe that what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself.
Yeah, that's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another.
Eh? Why me?
Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share.
Is that so?
Yuri thinks for a good minute.
Now we stop playing for a whole minute while she thinks.
I'm not going to wait a whole minute.
That must be terrible.
Eh?
For me to have become someone else whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me.
Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion.
I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come out to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it.
Overthinking?
Being disliked.
Yuri.
What am I saying? Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on.
Alright. Do you want to share your poem now?
Okay. Here. Bitch. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface under a clean blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath grey, rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest wood to get lost in is one hole where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, and where the little ankle gnome comes and cuts my ankles off, where the toes squish into the sand after they come off my body. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foaming tendrils. Twin back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore.
This is my favorite stanza. I think there's a lot. Yeah, with the sandcastles, you can only build it where it's wet, but when it's wet, that's where the tide comes, and how do you react to that? Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. I also saw that Natsuki was writing about the beach, so I decided to steal her idea to impress you.
Yeah. Natsuki already told me about it.
She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Oh, so Natsuki stole it from her.
I thought they agreed to write the same thing this time around.
Did they?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
That's what I picked up from what Natsuki was saying. Was that they wanted to write about the same thing this time around. Yeah,
well, that's good.
On purpose.
Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request because we're friends. That's what friends do.
And I don't feel anything else toward her, just friends.
I suppose it's not bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to call my thoughts once in a while.
Yeah, I think I agree. Hey, thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Talk a lot, Yuri.
Alright, Monica.
Hi, Jacob. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Yes, I've stolen a poem by Emily Dickinson. Being in this club is one thing. Performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure.
Oh.
But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure.
I
let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
It's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You were like the dynamic duo, like Batman and Robin. Except for you should fuck each other.
Well,
like Batman and Robin.
Oh, that's kind of exaggerating it.
Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy.
I'm not shy, it's just...
I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time.
Okay!
And you can talk to me every now and then, too!
You sure? The game won't let me choose things that you like.
I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I?
No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. And also, a tiny little version of you doesn't appear in my notebook when I write like the other three.
So I was supposed to write to appeal to you. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that.
Oh, don't worry. I get what you're saying.
Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost, adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the Twilight.
Yeah, Twilight.
Twilight sky. I was like, fuck. Till one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amounts to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good poem.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite one that we've seen.
Really?
Yeah, in the game.
I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
Oh, that's probably why I like it. I feel the same way. I see. Yeah, I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Yeah, have you ever read a poem?
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we really wouldn't have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean...
One-dimensional?
Oh, yeah, that.
I don't know, two-dimensional still works. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you can put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way and will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Alright, let's see what's going to happen in the literature club next time. Yay!